Hey Soul Groupers, I'm Shiva X and I'm back again with another video drop. This one titled Death, Loss, and the End of Attachments. So I'm going to start off by saying what's the purpose of this video and what's my message from the beginning, and then I'll give you explanations of it afterwards. So the one true purpose that a Scorpio rising and many of us in life experience death, negativity, pain, loss, betrayal, is to get us to realize that we should not be attached to the things of this world. You experience death, you experience loss, you experience betrayal, you experience hurt, you experience pain from those that you are the most attached to. Isn't it funny that it works like that? Isn't it funny that the people who you really don't care about or give a damn about can't really affect you at all? But the ones who you are attached to, the ones who you love, those are the ones that seem to hurt you the most, or the ones that can only hurt you. It's set up like that for a reason. You as a Scorpio rising, or as a human being, as an energetic being, as a spirit, has to realize that you can't have any attachments in this world. And the idea of attaching your spirit to anything in this world with enough energy to make you sad is just crazy. You see, I experienced a lot of death, loss, betrayal in my life through the things that we find ourselves attached to. But the key to this world is to realize that you are not the body. You are the spirit. Driving a car, you're not the car, but you're the person driving the car. Therefore, you're not the body, but you're the spirit inside this body that controls it. And the person that you love and care about, you don't really care about their body or what their body can do. You care about the spirit. That's what you should be attached to. Their essence, their energy, their presence. That is what you should love. That is what you should cherish. That's what you should feed. And if you do that, whenever a person leaves this body, or their spirit leaves this body and goes on to that next endeavor in life, in their eternal life, you wouldn't cry. Because you was already attached to the spirit of that person, right? And that spirit will never leave you. And I'll explain why. The spirit will never leave you because what you loved so much about that person that passed or left you or betrayed you, what you cared for so much about that person was what and how they made you feel. They made you feel love. They made you feel joy. They made you feel all types of emotions. But that's the thing. Their spirit and their energy brought those reactions from you. Your thought of the person is what makes you happy. Is what makes you smile. Even if the person isn't gone yet and they're still here. It is not that physical body that represents that person that's making you so happy, but the energy and the spirit within that physical body that is making you happy. So therefore, when that person is here, cherish that spirit. Now, my mother passed when I was 6. My brother passed when I was 1. All of my grandparents are passed except for one. I had a lot of friends die. I had a lot of cousins die. And, you know, I had the typical betrayal and been crossed over by people before. But this all happened at a younger age to me, right? This happened to me when I was 6, 9, 15, 16. This happened to me at a younger age, but it happened in the most dramatic ways. You see, I didn't lose a cousin or an uncle or a grandfather. I lost a mother at a young age. And these things happen to us at young ages so that we can wake up sooner, so that we can wake up quicker, so that you can realize the truth And the truth is that you are a spirit living inside of a human body with a mission, with a purpose on this planet. And so is everyone. Whoever it may be, no matter what their spirit was here, you may have known them as your uncle, your grandmother, your cousin, but before they knew you and before you knew them, on this planet, they were a spirit with a purpose, with a mission. And if their mission and purpose was completed at that time, then it was completed. But that spirit will always be within you, because that spirit is what you hold within your memories. That spirit is what you tap into when you think about them from the past. You see, it wasn't what the person did that made you love them. It wasn't them just being sitting next to you. But it's how the person talked to you, the energy they gave off, the love, the care. That's what you loved about that person. And that still exists, and it will always exist within you. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take this a little deeper. So when we go to sleep, we have dreams. And for the ones that can remember those dreams, we had certain nightmares, right? But while you were dreaming, you believed the nightmare was real. You believed that the person you were talking to was real. You believed the monster, the scary thought, whatever was in your nightmare, you believed that it was real and that it could harm you, that it could hurt you. You believed that that pain was real. But it happened. Those nightmares, those scary things happen to you in your dream so that you can realize it's just a dream. How in the world can a 10-foot alien come to my house and pick it up and look at me unless it's a dream? Unless it's not real. And once you realize that you're in a dream, and once you realize that it's not real, then you're free. Then you can lucid dream. Then you can do whatever it is that you please or like within that dream, because you realize that you are the one creating it. You were the one that was making it a nightmare so that you can wake up. Okay? And that's the same thing with this world. We're going through hard, crazy situations so that you can wake up faster and realize your God self. Some people go ages, years. They turn 55, 60 years old and just then realize who they are. They just now realize that their spirit is connected to the eternal God, and they could have done so much more on this planet besides playing the game. Besides taking this video game, this so serious. For instance, imagine if you're playing Grand Theft Auto and you're on a mission with your brother and you're driving. Now, it's not your brother. You're the character in the game, and the character in the game has a brother. And whatever his brother do, he always go on a mission with him. And they're best friends, and they always have each other back. But in this particular mission, in this video game, the character that you are playing with, brother died on the mission. Now, yes, it is a part of this game, and it would make sense for that person to mourn over his brother, right? Because it's human and it's natural. That's what they've said we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be sad, we're supposed to mourn. But guess what? If you could somehow put your emotions and tap into that video game character, and you mourned over his brother, you wouldn't complete your mission. You would not be able to do what the mission of that video game was. No matter if it was to drive a car, rob a bank, make $1 million, whatever. And you see, most people And you see most people go through these, and you see most people attach themselves to certain situations, and it prevents them from completing their mission in life. There's so many people right now stuck in an unhealthy relationship, stuck in a situation where they need to get themselves out of it, and they can't even level up until they remove themselves from that situation. But they're so attached to this false dream reality that you created. That person you're stuck with and you feel like you can't leave, you created. That person who passed on, you created. Your spirit, your soul, your eternal being has set up everything for you so that you can grow, so that your spirit can grow, so that your soul can evolve, so that you can win. You are supposed to be winning at everything. But the thing about the Scorpio risings is we're always using our powers, but sometimes we use our powers to survive instead of to thrive. This is what I say when I mean this. We're always putting ourselves in situations where we have to find our way out of it, or where we have to somehow make it work, where we have to survive. But that's the thing, we're using all of this God-given power to just barely survive. Once you own up to your own power, if you watching my last video, you know what I mean by owning up to your own power. If you own up to your own power and hold that within, you leave survival mode and you go to thrival mode. Now, when I say you're not supposed to have attachments or be attached to people, I don't mean that in the sense of, oh, I'm not supposed to love anyone, or I'm not supposed to care for anyone because they can hurt me or they can cause pain. But I mean that just the opposite. What I'm saying is, just because of the fact that you have been hurt and experienced loss and experienced pain by others, that should be the reason that you are free to love anybody else in your environment with just as much love, just with the most love, the love of the Most High. And you should do this because you've already experienced the pain. You've already experienced the hurt. You've already experienced the death. You've been through your training. You've been through everything that you need to make you into the best warrior that you can be. So, to not attach yourself to someone and to still love them, I give the example of a rose. You know, you get a beautiful rose and it smells good and it looks good. It's red or whatever color you may like. And you pick up that rose and you hold it and you look at it. And you can love it and you can appreciate it and you can touch it, put it on your dresser. But you have to know that this is a rose that has thorns. And these thorns can poke you. These thorns can hurt you. But you have already been hurt by a thorn before. You already been poked by a thorn before. You already know what that pain feels like. And guess what? It didn't beat you. It didn't stop you. It made you stronger. I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody is a rose with a thorn. So all that means is, when you finally see that rose, you appreciate it. You love that rose. You care for that rose. You hold it. You give it the most love that you ever can. Because you know something greater than that rose. You know the rose has thorns, you know the rose can poke you, but you're not gonna let that stop you. And even when the rose does poke you, you are already awakened and enlightened to the fact of what it was, so you're not hurt. And it's all love. That is the purpose of your pain. You need to feel it. You had to have felt it. You had to have felt that pain, that hurt, that loss, so you can see that it ain't what it is. It's like once you experience enough pain or enough sorrow or enough negativity, you become desensitized to it. It's kind of like when you get cut, right? You get cut and it hurts for the first 2 minutes, right? But then after a while, it doesn't hurt. And it doesn't hurt because the purpose of the pain is not to hurt you. The purpose of pain is to let you know that something is not in order. Something is not natural with the natural course of your happiness. With your natural peaceful state, something is disrupting it. Once you become used to it, or once you already know about the pain, you don't need that signal anymore. You don't have to keep putting yourself through it. You already know what the cut feels like. The cut is done. You already have the cut, you already have the pain, you already have the scar. Now it's time to level up. Now it's time to only spread love. And you may think, why should I spread love to this person when they can hurt me? That's why. You already know they can hurt you. There's nothing they can do to you that hasn't already been done. So why not just give love? Why not? Because you're going to get it back. You're going to get it back. All right, guys, so I just want to go ahead and thank you all for watching. Peace, love, and blessings to you all. Damn. All right, so group, so I just want to go ahead and thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support. And we're all going to level up together. We're all going to reach the top of that mountain as a team. Peace, love, and blessings to you all.